Watch Louisiana actor on Good American Family. Apply for a game show. Have you seen Good American Family yet? The Hulu drama stars Metairie native Mark Duplass. The Morning Show, Room 104, The Long Long Night, alongside Grey's Anatomy's Ellen Pompeo and relative newcomer Imogen Faith Reed. The miniseries is inspired by real-life events surrounding the case of Ukrainian-born Natalia Grace Mans, born with dwarfism, adopted by an American family in 2010 at age 7, and allegedly abandoned by them the next year. But there's much more to the real story and Good American Family, which unfolds from multiple points of view. As they begin to raise her, Natalia, alongside their 3 biological children, mystery emerges around her age and background, and they slowly start to suspect she may not be who she says she is. A Hulu synopsis states, as they defend their family from the daughter they've grown to believe is a threat, she fights her own battle to confront her past and what her future holds, in a showdown that ultimately plays out in the tabloids and the courtroom. Dule Hill, The West Wing, Psych, Christina Hendricks, Mad Men, Sarayu Blue, Blockers, and Jenny O'Hara, Transparent, are recurring guest stars. All episodes are now available for streaming. Now casting. If you're going to be in Southern California in the next few weeks, a spot on the syndicated game show, Let's Make a Deal could be yours, as well as cars, cash, and trips. The casting agency says there will be more chances to play, as the audience will be smaller. There's 2 months of taping remaining for the season. Applicants cannot have done another game show in the past year or Let's Make a Deal in the last 3 years. Down in the heart of Cajun country, where the moss hangs low and the gumbo simmers slow, there lives an actor named Beau LeBlanc who's got more charm than a bowl of crawfish etouffee and more ambition than a gator at feeding time. Beau's roots were deep in Louisiana soil, raised in a sleepy parish outside of Lafayette, the kind of place where everyone knew your granddaddy's nickname and your mama's best recipe. He made his name in local theater, delivering monologues that could make even the most stoic fisherman weep and casting a spell on any audience lucky enough to catch his performances at the Abbeville Playhouse. But now, Beau had his sights set higher, national, even. Not just for the thrill of it, but for his mama, who'd always told him, "You weren't born just to fish and fry, baby. You got light in you." That light recently landed him a supporting role on Good American Family, the squeaky clean, flag-flying, family-focused network that had become the crown jewel of feel-good television across the country. It wasn't just any role either. Beau was cast as Tyler McGraw, a widowed schoolteacher raising 2 spunky kids in a small Georgia town. Every episode had a moral, a lesson, and more played shirts than a country music video. But Beau didn't mind. He leaned into it. He mastered the Southern gentleman smile, cried on cue during a heartfelt barn dance reunion, and even learned how to properly cradle a baby goat on set, something his cousins back home never let him forget. The show was a hit, especially among viewers who liked their stories sweet, simple, and wrapped in a red, white, and blue bow. Beau became an overnight sensation. He couldn't go to the grocery store in Baton Rouge without someone yelling, "Tyler, don't let them take the schoolhouse," or "Beau, my daughter wants to marry you." But fame can make a man restless. Even with the steady paycheck and national exposure, Beau found himself itching for something different, something unexpected. That's when he saw it. An open casting call for a brand new primetime game show called Stars and Stripes Showdown. Part trivia, part obstacle course, and entirely ridiculous, it promised big prizes, bigger personalities, and even the chance to represent your home state in the finals. The catch? You had to apply as a celebrity contestant with a unique story, preferably someone uniquely American and wildly charismatic. Bo read that last line 3 times and let out a laugh that echoed across his porch. "That's me, y'all," he shouted to his hound dog, Jambalaya, who gave a single supportive bark. The application process was no joke. He had to submit a video introducing himself, a mini biography, and a demonstration of a signature skill. Bo, being no fool, leaned into the Louisiana flair. He opened his video with him stirring a cast-iron pot of gumbo while reciting Shakespeare. "You'll ever heard to be or not to be while making rogues." He winked. "I didn't think so." He followed that up with footage of him wrangling a crawfish with chopsticks, impersonating former Louisiana governors, and dancing the two-step with his 89-year-old Mima. He closed the video by holding a miniature American flag between his teeth while doing push-ups on the porch, sweat dripping dramatically under the humid moonlight. Subtlety was not in Bo's playbook. The producers of Stars and Stripes Showdown called within 3 days. "We love your energy, Bo," the casting director gushed over Zoom. "You're like Matthew McConaughey meets a jambalaya commercial. Can you be in LA next week?" Bo packed his boots, a bag of boudin for luck, and his mama's blessing. "Remember who you are, but don't forget where you're from," she told him as he boarded the flight to California. He nodded solemnly, then tripped over his duffel bag while saluting her. On set, the game show was a whirlwind. Contestants wore state-themed costumes. Bo, naturally, had a bedazzled crawfish hat and a belt buckled the size of a steering wheel. One challenge had him navigating a foam pit shaped like the Mississippi River. Another required contestants to answer obscure U.S. history questions while riding a mechanical bull named Uncle Slam. Bo crushed it. Between the quips, the sideways winks at the camera, and his fearless crawfish leap during the Bayou Bounce finale, Bo became a fan favorite. The studio audience chanted his name. People back home hosted watch parties. One local bakery even made Team Bo bayonets. In the final round, it came down to him and a country singer from Tennessee. The question: which U.S. president once had a pet alligator in the White House? Bo didn't blink. "That'd be John Quincy Adams," he said, cool as cane syrup. Buzzer. Confetti. Crawfish hat in the air. He won. Backstage with his Medal of Honor. Okay, it was plastic. And a voucher for a year's supply of jambalaya-flavored chips. Bo received a text from the producers of Good American Family. Tyler McGraw is getting a spinoff. He grinned, already imagining the promo. From the Bayou to the big leagues. Bo LeBlanc is Good American Family's favorite school teacher. And now, America's favorite game show champ. And just like that, a boy from Louisiana who once dreamed of Broadway under the shade of a cypress tree became a national treasure. One crawfish hat at a time.